My next guest is going to be taking on Julian Marquez coming up here at UFC 258 on February 13th. It is Maki Pitolo joining me here on the program. Maki, how are you, man?
I'm doing good, brother. Just another day in the office. We got all the boys out here. Look at this shit.
I know, it's crazy. Busy gym today at Extreme Couture. And that's kind of where I wanted to start on this. How cool was it seeing your buddy Puna Soriano get that big win last week on the UFC Fight Island card?
Man, it was awesome. Just seeing all the hard work he put in and seeing it paid off. It was real awesome. I'm happy for him, and I'm happy for all the Hawaii boys. They really put it on at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, like how much of a boost does that give you, being not only a Hawaiian but also a teammate of yours and a good friend?
Phenomenal boost. It just tells us that we're doing the right thing. We're putting in the right work.
Excellent. What have you learned the most the last two fights heading into this one? What have you taken away from your last two performances? Really
just create my opportunities and take advantage of them. Don't let it go to the judges at all, and just keep doing me. I feel like I've been putting on entertaining fights. It's just putting them away now,
Yeah.
So that's it. That's one thing I'm going to be coming in here looking for, is not rushing it, but I'm definitely looking for the stoppage.
Absolutely. You got a great opponent here in Julian Marquez, a pretty notable guy. I was curious, Julian used to train in Vegas at Syndicate MMA. Did you ever see him around when you were in Vegas training at all?
No, and I've never met him. I just all the guys telling me that they've trained with him and whatnot. So I'm never overlooking any opponent. It's just it's our sport, it's the hurt business. Yeah,
well, and you're in Vegas anyways. Fighters come through there all the time, so it's inevitable that someone's going to see a potential opponent, right? So there you go. Yeah. How do you feel like you match up against him here?
It's a fun fight. I feel like I'll be able to capitalize on some things. You guys will just have to wait and see.
And I know, like you said, you're not overlooking Julian in this fight, but he hasn't fought in a while. I mean, it's been a while. He's been dealing with some injuries. He had a fight canceled last year. Do you think the layoff will play a factor in the fight at all?
It depends. He's a fighter. He's the guy coming out there stepping in the ring with me, so it's all up to him,
Yeah, for sure. Who are your main training partners right now? Because I know Extreme Couture is a big gym, but who are you mainly getting to work with?
It's a deep pool of fighters. You got a lot of the Hawaii boys out here, too. I've been training a lot with pretty much everybody out here, man.
That's good. So, like, probably, Puna, like I mentioned, maybe Dan
Ige. All the Team Extreme guys. I've been putting in work with all of them.
Good. Lighter weight class guys, too, or just heavier guys, middleweights and up?
Yeah. When I was out of camp, I work with everybody, but when I'm in camp, I work with the specific guys, and we're locking it in.
Excellent. And for those who might not know, how long have you been in Vegas training there?
This is maybe going on 3 months solid of solid training back and forth from the UFC PI to Extreme.
Good for you, man. And you're getting adjusted. I mean, I know it's not Hawaii, but it's still pretty nice out there in Vegas. You got everything you need.
I feel like I'm finally hitting a sweet spot in my training where I can, where it's all going well. My body feels good. I feel acclimated. So this is definitely the fun part coming up.
Yeah, and you cut a lot of weight as a middleweight. I mean, you're a pretty physically big guy in terms of your frame. Do you have to cut much weight?
Middleweight is perfect. I'm looking at 15 to 20 pounds. As to where I was at, welterweight was about 30 to 35.
Yeah, no, that's much better. How is the cut going ahead of this fight?
I'm sorry?
I said, how's the weight cut going ahead of this fight?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, man. I'm looking to come in and you guys will be surprised.
Who's going to be in your corner for this fight?
I got Eric, I got Coach Giff, and I got my brother Fonzo coming up.
Very cool. And how's this fight playing out on the 13th? Obviously, you're known for your knockouts. Do you see a knockout taking place, or do you think we could be in for a 3-round war?
You guys are in for a big surprise, man. It's going to be an entertaining fight for sure, 100% guaranteed. But it's just tune in.
Where does a win put you over Julian Marquez, in your opinion? I mean, you're a guy that's been getting a lot of exciting fights in the octagon. I think that's got to propel you up pretty good if you get a win here, especially a finish.
Yeah, I get a finish here. I'm looking for the next exciting fight. Whoever they want to put on the dotted line, I come in there. I fear no man. I come in there just to, bro. It's exciting. I live for this moment. Those 15 to 25 minutes is what I live for, and anybody can get it.
I know you're always looking ahead, but have you been able to enjoy the ride you've been on from winning the fight on Contender Series to getting in the UFC, and now you're like a mainstay UFC fighter? Have you been able to reflect on all the success you've had so far over the last year and a bit?
Every day I wake up, I'm thankful. I'm thankful I'm here. I'm thankful for every hour I get to train with my family. Time in the cage, man. Every day, man. There's no regrets in my career, and from where I have started and where I'm at now. I love it. I live for these.
That's great. And what's been the support from the Hawaiian MMA community? I'm sure you're getting messages every day saying we're cheering for you, you're going for you. Like, how much does that lift you up maybe on those days when you're a little bit tired in practice and you get those DMs that are a little bit uplifting?
That remembering those is what gets me through the day. That I carry Hawaii on my back every time. Mm-hmm. Day in and day out, Team Hawaii all day. No, everybody knows this. This is not a secret.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. What about downtime? I know you're training all the time, but are you playing any video games? You watching any Netflix? Anything when you're not training that you get up to?
My family loves Netflix. I love the anime, so that's what we tune into a lot, and that's what we've been doing a lot since we've been out here because it's so cold. Yeah. But I'm sure once summer hits, I'm looking to get out there, get in the hikes, maybe do some hunts. Good stuff. You hunt? You're a hunter? No, but I want to. Yeah, you want to get into it. Cody Stamen, who's at your gym, he's a pretty big hunter. I don't know if you knew that. I did know that, and that's probably one of the guys I'm probably going to start with, pick his brain on it. Yeah, him and Justin Janes, they get out there a lot. They hunt some pretty big animals, but still, I mean, those are probably two of the best guys you could rely on, right? So nice. I'm looking to start with some birds first, though. Yeah, start small and work your way up. Yeah, exactly. Start small. Yeah, and you mentioned anime. What's some of your favorite anime series before we get you out of here? Just curious. Right now we've been watching Bleach, but Naruto, Seven Deadly Sins, you name it, I watch them. Yeah, have you been an anime fan since you were a kid, or did that happen when you got, growing up? As I got older, but ever since a kid, Dragon Ball Z. So yeah, I would say I was always into anime. Is it cool to see a guy like Israel Adesanya really embrace anime and make it cool? Because I'm sure growing up when you're watching anime, you have kids who are like, oh, that's nerdy, but it's cool. Like so many fighters are into it, right? Yeah, a lot of it, and it has to do with the martial arts world. Just what they go through, what we go through. It's cool. Good stuff. Maki, thanks so much for the time. I know you got to get back to practice. Anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, any social media you want to plug, I'll give you the last word. I just want to shout out to the UFC PI for taking care of me, Team Extreme, the Ohana over here for accepting me in and helping me grow, and coconutbombs.com, guys. Stay tuned. We got a lot coming.